Hey guys, welcome to Chapter 6, Lesson 1. Today we're going to be talking about what is a pattern that we could use when we're dividing multiples of 10, 100, 1,000, and so on. Is there an easier way to do it, or do we have to do it longhand? So it says here you use place value and patterns. Place value and patterns to divide dividends that are multiples of 100, 10, 100, and 1,000. So let's dive right in. First example here says, Anita's family went on vacation to an amusement park. The park has 5 entrances. If 1,500 people entered the park and separated into equal lines, how many people are in each line? So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking 1,500 people and we're dividing it into 5 equal groups. So we're looking at 1,500 divided by 5. Okay, so one way, is this the only way? No, one way is we can use a multiplication pattern. So I know that 5 times 3 is 15. Right? So therefore, I could also know that 15 divided by 5, 15 divided by 5 is 3. So if I went to the next place value and I did 150 divided by 5, notice, is 30. That's not what it is yet, though. I need 1,500. 2 zeros. Look at this. 2 zeros. So that means that it would be 15 divided by 5, which is 3. 2 zeros. I would also need 2 zeros in my answer. Okay, just like this, we did this. 5 times 30 is 150. 5 times 300 is 1,500. We practiced that, right? So now we're looking at, okay, what if I use it in division? And it is such a nice tool to have. So anyways, that's one way, is using multiplication patterns as division patterns. Another way is we could use a basic fact and place value. So we have our basic fact of 15 divided by 5 is 3. We just took the numbers that weren't 0 and we divided them. Okay, 150 is 10 times as big as 15, right? When I multiply 15 by 10, I get 150. So the quotient, 30, is 10 times as big as 3, right? So here's what we did. We said, okay, well, if I multiply this side by 10, then I need to multiply my answer by 10. Okay? So, therefore, 1,500 is 100 times as big, right? If I multiply anything by 100, like 3 times 100 is just 300, right? If I have 3 groups of 100, 300. Okay, so if I go from 15 to 1,500, I multiplied by 100. And so therefore I need to multiply 3 by 100. So we got to balance things out, right? So that would get me to 300. Okay, so there are 300 people in each line. There we go. All right, let's look at some more examples here. Find the quotient of 2,404. So what I'm going to pick out is anything that's not a 0. So I'm going to pick out the 24 and 4, right? There's no zeros there. 24 divided by 4, that's our basic fact, right? So 24 divided by 4 is 6, right? If I take 24 divided by into 4 equal groups, there'd be 6 in each group. And I really like using the multiplication fact to help me out. 4 times 6 is 24. But anyways, okay, so if I do 240 divided by 4, I'd get 60, right? 0, 0. Now I put 2 zeros here, so that would be 24 divided by 4 is 6. And I've got 2 zeros, so I need 2 zeros. 600. Okay, we've got this multiplication fact over here. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 60 is 240. 4 times 600 is 2,400. Right? So 600 should be my answer. That's what we got over here. They match up. Use a basic fact, okay? 24 divided by 4 is 6. 240 divided by 4 is 60, right? That's our multiply by 10, multiply by 10. So then if I go down here and multiplying by 100, multiplying by 100, 6 times 100 is 600. So 2,400 divided by 4 is 600. Okay, here's my quick way I like to do it. Ready? So I do this, 24 divided by 4 equals 6. Okay, so then 2,400 divided by 4 is, I look at 2 zeros. So I do 6 with 2 zeros. Okay, so we can use multiplication to check division. What are all of these? Holy smokes. Okay, so if we know that 2,400 divided by 4 is 600, then I can check. Well, what is 600 times 4? 600 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Then look, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2,400. Checks out. Let's give it a check mark. Check. All right, here we go. Page 333. Let's get started. Here we go. 24 divided by 3. 24 divided into 3 equal groups is 8. 240 divided by 3 is 80. 2,400 divided by 3 is 800. 45 divided by 5 is 9. Right? I can count by 5. See how many 5s give me to 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 9. Okay, so 450 divided by 5 is 90. 4,500 divided by 5 is 900. Look at that, 900, huh? Okay, now we're going to divide using patterns and place value. Okay, I'm going to show my work up here. 1,000 divided by 2. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. So our base fact here, can I do 1 divided by 2? No. Could, yes. Are we there yet? No. So instead of just doing 1 divided by 2, I'm going to go over to the next one, which is 0. So I'm going to say, okay, well, what about 10 divided by 2? Can I do 10 divided by 2? Okay, this is a tricky concept. So if you're like, wait a minute, Ms. Hamer, I don't get it. You just have to think of, can I cut 1 in half? Yeah, I can. It's 2 halves, but how do I multiply half by 10? It gets more complicated. So we're just going to go over to the next place value and say, well, hey, that's 10. I can do 10 divided by 2. So I'm going to look at 1,000 as a 10 with 2 zeros, right? Okay, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. So then I'm going to multiply 10 times 100, and that equals 1,000, right? If I have 10 100ths, I have 1,000. And then my answer, this is my equal sign, sorry, it's very sloppy. I need to multiply this by 100 is not 5, it is 500. Okay, so think about it, if I cut 1,000 in half, 500, right? That makes sense. 2 500s, if I say 500 plus 500 is what? You'd tell me 1,000. That makes sense. Okay, so just ask yourself when you're all said and done, did that make sense? Is that answer making sense? Okay, so yeah, it does. 500 plus 500 is 1,000. Can you check it? Sure. 500 plus 500, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 0, 5 plus 5 is 10. It's 1,000. Okay, if you need to check with addition, check with addition. If you can't do it in your head, no big deal. That's why you have a paper and a pencil. Okay, so that is 500. Oh, same thing here, you guys. Look at this. Okay, if I'm trying to do 300 divided by 5, is my basic fact 3 divided by 5? Can I divide 3 into 5 equal groups? No, I can't. So I'm going to go over to the next one, and I'm going to look at 300 as 30 with 1 0. Okay, so can I do 30 divided by 5? Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can. And I counted 6 5s make up 30. So 30 divided by 5 equals 6. 1 0 means I'm multiplying by 10. Right? When I add 1 0, it's multiplying by 10. When I am putting on 2 zeros, it's multiplying by 100. So therefore, my answer also needs to be multiplied by 10, and that will get me to 60. Can you check with multiplying? Let's see. 60 times 5. 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 6, 30. Look at that, 300. We did it right. Okay, so this one is going to be normal. 72 divided by 9. I'm running out of space here. I'm just going to scooch her up. There we go. Okay, here's this work. 72 divided by 9. Okay, 72 divided by 9 is 8. Then I'm going to bump up to 7,200. So 72 with 2 zeros divided by 9. 2 zeros means I multiplied by 100. So my answer 8 also needs to be multiplied by 100. So that would get me to 800. 800. Okay, last, 800. Last but certainly not least, we'll do this little guy here. So I see 42 divided by 7. And that's going to equal 6. Okay, so then if I bump up and I go to 4,200, which is a 42 with 2 zeros, and I divide that by 7, I multiplied by 100, multiply my answer by 100, so I would get 600. 600, right? And if I multiplied 600 times 7, I'd do 6 times 7 is 42. 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 4,200. Check. I wanted to do a little word problem here, page 334. The electronics store sold 4 laptop computers in one day. The total cost of laptops was $3,600. If each laptop, the total cost of the laptops, we got to read carefully here. If each laptop costs the same amount, how much did each laptop cost? Okay, so what I'm looking at here is I'm going to do $3,600 divided by 4. Okay, so I'm noticing 36 divided by 4, and that would be 9. So then, if I bump it up and go to 3,600, right, it's 36 with 2 zeros, divided by 4. I bumped it up, I multiplied by 100, multiply my answer by 100. So it should be a 9 with 2 zeros, 900. Each laptop cost $900. There we have it. All right, thanks for watching. Please give this a try and reach out to me if you have any questions. I am here to help you. Bye.